Hello everybody, welcome back to Divulgando Ciencia. My name is Gustavo Herzhuber. In this video, I'm not going to talk about science, but I'm going to tell you my personal experience, how I managed to leave Colombia and to go to Switzerland. If you stay until the end of the video, I'm going to tell you my 3 advices if you are planning to emigrate from your country of origin. But first of all, I would like to ask you to please like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the video, click on the notification bell to receive a notification every time I upload a new video. Please also follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Welcome to this new video. So first of all, I went to a French school in Cali, Colombia, where I learned French to a very high level, and I learned also English there. Not such a high level, but it was enough to communicate and to understand most of it. After that, I went to study biology at the University del Valle in Cali, Colombia, where I started studying biology. When I was on the 5th semester, the family of my mother decided to go to Switzerland. I thought that would be a good idea for me, for my studies, and also for my future. So I decided to contact the University of Geneva, where they speak French. Communicating with them was very easy, and I asked them how I could do. Fortunately for me, they accepted my studies, and they said they would receive me at the University of Geneva on the 3rd year of bachelor. As you know, a bachelor has 3 years in Europe, and for example, in Colombia, it's 5 years. So they accepted me on the 3rd year. That means I had to do the 3rd year again to graduate with the Bachelor of Science, which I thought was a good deal because after 1 year I could have my bachelor. So I did that. The visa, for example, was the most tricky part because not only the difficulty, but also the time it took. It was really, really long to get it. I had to buy my airplane tickets before getting the visa, and it was very stressful because the rise was approaching and I didn't have the visa yet. Fortunately, the visa came on time and I was able to travel. After being in Geneva and graduating with my bachelor, I decided to also do a master's there. And after that, I decided to go to Zurich to do a PhD. For Zurich, as you might know, the language is not French but German, and I couldn't speak a word of German when I went there. But I could speak English and French, and that was enough to do my PhD. However, to communicate on everyday's life, it wasn't easy at all without German. So I decided to enroll to German lessons, and I did that for 3 years, where I learned the basics about German. I reached quite an intermediate level. It wasn't advanced, but it was enough to live there. However, this was not enough to get a job. So, after finishing my PhD, I couldn't get a job in the German part of Switzerland, but on the French part. But I wanted to stay on the German part. So what I did was taking intensive lessons of German, and I improved my German. And in this way, I managed to get a job in Zurich. My first advice to you is learn the language. If you're planning to go to the USA, make sure you speak English. If you're planning to go to France, make sure you speak French. If you're planning to go to Germany, make sure you speak German, and so on and so forth. The language is the most important factor you have to consider before going to a place. Because if you don't speak the language, you're not going to be able to get a job easily, and at least not a good paying job. Even if you have titles, even if you have experience, you're going to need the language. My second advice for you is to have studies. Ideally, studies on the country where you're going to live. For example, in my case, I managed to study in Switzerland and get these Swiss diplomas before working there. So if you are young enough, go and study in the country where you're planning to stay afterwards. That's going to help you a lot to get a job afterwards. But even if you're not planning to study in a place where you're going, it's good to have some diplomas and to have some studies. This will help you to get a job, especially a high-paying job afterwards. My third advice to you is to have professional experience. If you're planning to work as a waiter, for example, make sure that you work as a waiter in your country of origin before emigrating. Because if you don't have any work experience, you're not going to get a job easily on that domain. As you could see on this video, emigrating to another country is not an easy task. Maybe I told it in a very easy way, but believe me, it wasn't easy at all for me. I had a lot of problems, a lot of difficulties to be there where I am right now. The most important was the persistence. If you're planning to do something, you're gonna reach it as long as you keep that in mind and you are determined to do it. If you have any questions, please leave them on the comment section. If you like the video, please give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. Please follow me also on Instagram and Facebook. This would help me a lot. Thank you very much and see you next time.